Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Can you guys see me? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I can't understand this thing. There has to be like an owner's manual. Why do you not take up my whole head? Like people just see my mouth up half the time. It's frustrating. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Imagine if they saw this. 1, 2, 3. What the heck? A little combing, a little brushing. What the heck? So what if this is going online? Oh well. Oh well. Oh well. Chin? Again with the chin? Ugh. Hi, this is Jan from New York City. Good morning, good morning. Hope that this video finds everybody doing well. And I have a lot of savings tips this morning, so you may want to pay attention. Hope that everybody's having an upcoming nice Halloween, spooky as all the heck. And if you don't care about Halloween, that's just fine with me too. Just as long as everybody has a great day, and that's what really, really matters, enjoying your time here on this big old planet. So let's get started with a couple of tips. Okay. We have a tendency to always rely on being a spectator in life. And that habit alone costs us money. For example, we need to be entertained. We need to go to the movies. We need to watch certain TV shows. Or we just spend money on Netflix or some other thing, albeit that they're a lot cheaper than standard cable. What is this constant need for us to watch things to be entertained? I don't understand it. It's almost like an addiction. But a good way to save cash is for you to be the entertainer and you to entertain not just others, but even yourself. Remember the old days when it was just as good to sit down with a crossword puzzle? Stuff like that. Just saying. Minor things, very, very inexpensive. Now, when it comes to drafty doors and windows, you could take an old pair of pantyhose, okay? Remember those? And you could stuff them with whatever stuff you have, like old rags or whatever. And you could fill it up, and then you could tie a knot at the edge. Don't even have to sew. You could get pretty fabric, and you can make yourself a cheap door snake. Or, easier than that, you could buy those pool noodles. You could put a slit in the center. Then you could shovel it under your door, or just lean it up against your window. Money saved because you're retaining the heat in your house. Just saying. By the way, Eileen, that just saying is just for you for paying attention to just saying. Truly, writing down your mini goals. If you write down your mini goals, you are getting into the habit of accomplishing them. Because sometimes if a goal is too far reaching and too long away from now, sometimes we get lost in the shuffle and then we start doubting ourselves and thinking, gee, we can never hit any goal. That's not true. Start small with mini goals. If exercising for, like Patty did, and she mentioned it on a comment, exercising by starting with a few minutes a day and then gradually building up is your goal, that's your mini goal, that's a huge goal to you. And there's nothing mini about it because you accomplished it. Then everyone gets in the habit of accomplishing their smaller goals. So by the time they want to accomplish their bigger goals, it's more of a piece of cake. Just saying. Entertainment. Buy a deck of playing cards. Remember those? They're so inexpensive, you could probably get them at your local dollar store, and people would sit down and play solitaire, like real solitaire, like with an actual card, not tap, 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 just saying. Did you realize that tiny changes equals big results? For example, if you stop buying that bagel a day, like I did about, going on 2 years now, because of that, I saved hundreds of dollars by one minor change. I'm not saying I never eat a bagel. I'm saying I don't eat an outside bagel that is now up to $3 a day. One of those prep bagels, because the man does it so well. Excuse me, did I not realize that I could put the same schmear on a similar bagel at home? So I did realize that when I saw how much money was going out of my pocket. So tiny changes equal big results. And by the way, if you tell yourself you could never, ever, ever save $1,000 a year, nonsense, ridiculousness, and pure stupidity. Let's say that you do have a steady job and you're supporting yourself and everything and your bills are all paid. You may be overdoing it at the grocery store, and that's one area where you can't cut back, because do this. If you could save just $20 a week, just $20 a week, 1 year from now painlessly, you will have saved in the actual bank $1,040. Now, if you did that 5 years in a row, you do the math. That's a lot of do-re-mi just for saving $20 little dollars a week on groceries. Excuse me. And that also reminds me that today is countdown day, because it's the last day of the month. And I'll do a countdown upload video in a couple of hours. Have a mooch session with your family. What? What did I just say? Yeah, you heard me. Have a mooch session. Every once in a while, get together with your, family of origin, the people you could kick back with and be yourself with at all times. It's okay once a month. Get together and you mooch off them for a Sunday dinner. They come and you have to return a favor though. And they can mooch back at you another time, and have a mooch session, a love session, a family session, an informal day. We don't have to worry about anything. Just be yourself, because that's the place to do it with your family. I'm just saying. Okay. Get yourself a tip jar. What? Yes. You know how you go to the diner and inevitably you'll see a jar next to the cash register, and sometimes they'll say tip jar, and then somehow it's divided up amongst the wait staff. That's totally fine. It's totally earned. But do you realize that it's totally fine and you totally earn a tip to yourself once in a while? Because that goes back to the saying of pay yourself first. So maybe you throw yourself a $2 tip on a Monday. Maybe you throw yourself a $3 tip on a Friday. Do that consistently. You'll be amazed how quickly that money adds up. That money is do whatever you want with money. Excuse me, mad, crazy money. Albeit savings, maybe get a haircut, maybe go to a movie. Excuse this throat. Weather changing here. We're going to have all bunch of rain tonight for Halloween, but I guess that makes it spookier, right? So excuse my throat clearing, I apologize. So going back to that, tip yourself. It's okay to tip yourself. Plan your monthly budget. This is something that, I don't know, a lot of people don't understand. Just because you have a fixed income doesn't mean your expenses every single month are fixed. No. Every month is different. What you spend in December, is that necessarily the same amount of money you might spend in February? Probably not. You understand how the months change? There are a lot of birthdays, anniversaries, or unexpected, as Sensible Living with Money Mom Dawn calls Murphys, things that happen. So as much as possible, be ready for those moments by planning your budget ahead of time. Here's a neat gift idea for the kiddies, since it is pre-holiday season. While you're in that dollar store, consider buying your grandkids or friends' kids a little piggy bank. I think it's a great habit. When I was a kid, we were taught to save in our schools. We had school bank accounts. That has since gone away. So teaching them the fun of saving is a really, really good habit to get into. And it is fun. It's nice accruing things so that one day you can accrue more things. Just saying. Let's see. Stop snacking, okay? You do not need salty snacks. Salty snacks are not necessary to sustain your life, okay? You might think so, but it's just not. believe it or not, analyze how much you spend every single month. Go by the month, how much you spend on salty snacks or sugary snacks. Not only are they not the healthiest thing for you, but it's certainly not a healthy thing in terms of savings. So, keep an eyeball on that. Be more proactive instead of reactive in life. Take charge of your finances. Don't let your finances control you. It's sort of like the tail wagging the dog when you do that. Don't do that. Be proactive. One step is by budgeting, is by staying ahead of the game and staring it into the face. If you need to earn more income, you earn more income. It's just that simple. If you need to cut back, you cut back. It's just that simple. Oh, get 4 change jars, 4 separate jars. Make life a lot easier. When you get change, 1 jar is just quarters, 1 jar is just nickels, 1 jar is just dimes, 1 jar is just pennies. And if you want to keep dollars in an envelope or dollars in a jar or whatever thing you do, totally fine. Keep them separate, because a lot of banks lately, they kind of sort of want you to wrap up the stuff and bring it in. I don't know why that's happening, but it is happening. But in terms of rolling up your cash, doing it that way makes life a lot easier, unless you get one of those automatic coin sorters. They're really nice, but I'll be honest with you, they tend to break down, especially if you have a lot of change. Those home devices, at least mine did. Let's see what else. Okay, be a smart student of life. Do your homework before you go out shopping for groceries. Don't go shopping blindly. That's a great way to lose money. Try to stick to your $20 a week savings goal so you can see that $1,000 and $40 next year, just by cutting down on little things. Buy less red meat. Red meat is one of the most expensive proteins, unless you buy the cheaper cuts and you're willing to give your slow cooker a workout. Okay? Poultry is always a lot cheaper, and even amongst poultry, you have more of a category of poultry, if you will. So, I like to have vegetables be the star of the show and the protein be sort of like a sidekick. It works for me, but everybody's different. Everybody's taste is different. Okay. And also, finally for today, do either. Okay. I have 2 bottles, 2 spray bottles from the dollar store. One is going to be filled up with 1 part vinegar and the remainder water. The other one is going to be sprayed 1 part hydrogen peroxide and water. Just as simple. These are very inexpensive disinfectants, I'm telling you. And vinegar is safe enough to be eaten, so I'm not so worried. It's not so toxic. But yes, it can help decontaminate. Just a thought, just a thought. Hydrogen peroxide in tiny quantities when you're brushing your teeth, for example, can also be ingested as well. You don't drink hydrogen peroxide. But these are a much safer alternative to bleach. Just saying, just saying. I actually do have a lot more tips, but I don't have a lot of time because I don't want to hold you up too long. And I think my phone can only handle about, 14 minutes of footage. So I'm going to come back tomorrow with even more tips, okay? So have a wonderful day. I just wasn't in a Halloweenish mood today of getting dressed up. I hope I didn't disappoint. But these tips and tricks will serve you all year long. Have a great day.